So I'm going to introduce my Just Babes.
Hi.
So introduce yourselves, actually.
Well, I'm Lucia, and I'm from Angola.
And I'm Haben, and I'm from Ethiopia, aka Imush.
Okay. Because we've known each other for so long.
Very long.
For a long time,
Since
like over a
high
decade.
school,
So let's
yeah,
talk
since
about
high
how we know
school.
each other.
Right.
Yeah.
So we went to college together. We
went to college
roommates.
together. I think me and the way, of course, at Sun High School, the Africans were really close to each other.
Yeah.
Although I knew you, we weren't really close until we got
Until
to,
we
we
got
got
to
accepted to the same university, University of Indianapolis. Shout out to
Shout out to
Indy,
UND.
UND.
Shout out to Lillian.
Yeah, so once I found out that you were accepted, I asked you to be my roommate.
Yeah.
And the rest is
And I said yes. I said yes. I know the rest has been history ever since.
Right,
We've traveled the world together.
Ooh, we've
Yes,
done.
We have.
We've lived
been-
life. Let's put it
Right.
that way.
together.
We did the
We've
whole
seen it all.
college experience.
Yeah. Let's transition into the
Spicy.
ginger.
Right.
How about that?
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about dating because we're African women, right?
Right.
And we've dated African men. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the African men dating them, do you think that they court women? Do you think that when you're dating them, do you feel like you know if you're dating or if you're their girlfriend? Is that something that they communicate? Like, what has your experiences been like with dating African men?
I mean, I think it depends on the person, right? It depends on
the man.
on who you're dealing with. For me, I would say if you're dealing with, and excuse me for using this term, if you're dealing with a JJC, then
What does JJC
What
mean,
is
please?
that? I
so
actually
JJC is
don't know.
basically a term that they use, like they would say Johnny just come, or
You took it back.
or we can say the fresh off the boat, right?
Okay.
If you're dealing with someone like that, sometimes they could be a little bit passive aggressive, where like they just jump into I like you type of situation. But if you're dealing with someone who I would say came here at a younger age, like how three of us have come here. I mean, I think we all came here at the age of like 14, that age. I think it's a little bit different, right? They approach you in a different manner. But
Okay, so the
Right.
longer they've been here, it seems like it's a different experience with them. Would you say?
think
I
so.
wouldn't say that. It's just that we are more selective who to be closer to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like African men in general are very bold.
They're
They're
very
not
bold.
shy about what they
Yes.
want, and
Yes.
so
Right.
it's like I would say for me, it's like I know who to avoid and not.
Right.
But
Do you
overall,
feel like they would? I'm so sorry. Do you feel like they chase, or do you feel like they want to be chased?
I think they chase.
African
for
men in
me,
general
yeah, they
chase
yeah.
more than any other race in my experience at least. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that a matter of does that person
Likes
really
you.
want you?
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Right.
true.
Right.
And I think that we could say that for all
Right.
different
Yeah.
men. I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think with African men, like she said, like haven't mentioned, they are very bold for the most part. Like they're not afraid to jump into the sea. They're not afraid to express their feelings.
But I also feel like there's a part of them that because they're bold and like they would pursue you, they can even be almost aggressive. But then sometimes they come on so strong, and then when they get the target, they
Right.
kind of like
Oh, pull
retract.
back.
Yeah,
It's true,
like
but
it's almost like they don't do the
me,
same
like,
things to keep you.
I think that would be surprising for non-African people, but for an African person, I almost expect that an African person to be that way. If he's not that way, then I'm like, he must be not really interested in me. So it's like,
Yeah,
it's a given. It's the culture.
It
It's
is
like
the culture.
they're like. To
is
me,
the
they're
culture.
like a manly man.
Yeah.
They're gonna show up that way.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so what about just communication? Like how they communicate, because for me, in my experience, I feel as though they aren't clear in their communication.
Yeah.
But especially like when it comes to like communicating their feelings, communicating their affection, communicating their love, it's almost like you have to sort of pull that out of them for those that want to like, you know,
Yeah.
be led in that way.
Right.
But I find that if I think generally if a guy likes you and you express things to them that they feel like you express things to them that you want them to change, they're open to changing. And then if not, then it becomes really difficult to like
Yeah, I feel like
communicate
it's
your
a
feelings.
fine line. It depends how your communication skill is.
like you as a woman or you as a man.
As a woman, yeah.
Okay.
Like because sometimes they get, you know, very offended. Like, you know, and they wouldn't want to like, you know, depend how wise you are in
Yeah.
communicating those
Yeah.
things.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, just to chime in, I think that it, in general, as you know, growing up in an African household,
Yes.
I think we have the hard time expressing ourselves because I think it's just how our culture is. We're not very expressive. I mean, coming from our parents and then pouring down to us, we're not taught to always boldly say how we feel. Our feelings are always compartmentalized. So I don't think it's just for men, but I think it goes
I think so
also
too.
I
for
agree.
us
Yeah.
female
Right,
as well. Like we're not just
Yeah.
you know always saying exactly.
Well, let me ask
we
you
feel when it
guys
comes to
this.
It's in the
relationships.
culture.
Did
For the
you-
majority of,
Yeah.
Did you grow up in the house? Because we all have nieces and nephews.
right.
Right.
But thinking about how we grew up, did you grow up in a household where your parents told you I love you, or you told your parents or your siblings I love you?
Girl.
Well,
That's an answer.
well, I mean, I do tell my siblings I love them. Maybe
Do they
just
tell you
because
back?
okay, that's a whole different story. We're gonna have to create a new podcast for that.
Well, the question should
But-
be: do your parents tell you that they love you?
I mean, this is
Because
the
it's all
thing,
about
right?
learned behavior.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so
It is.
Right.
It is.
For me, speaking from my experience in my household, I don't think like growing up, like, you know, as a child, my parents, specifically my dad, I've never heard my dad really saying like, "Oh, I love you." But my mom, she does show affection. My mom's is different. Maybe I'm gonna say maybe like as a kid she did not show that much. Oh, I don't remember. But as an adult, the way I am, like my mom does that. Like, for instance, I remember certain times like I will catch my mom like if I'm getting ready to go somewhere and she's there, she'll stand by the door and she'll just stare at me.
Aww.
She'll just stare at me. And then sometimes she'll randomly say, "Oh, I did a great job." You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
she, you know, she will say it.
It's like
you
that's her
know,
way of-
Right.
Yeah.
And she will also say like, "I love you." Like she
Okay.
will call and she will
Yeah.
say like,
Yeah.
I love you. So
I feel
yeah.
the same way because at the end of the day, love is an action.
It
To me,
is.
you
Right.
know?
Right.
It is.
Although they don't verbalize it,
Yeah.
it's in an African household. It's
Yeah.
usually shown in action.
Yeah.
You know, they even the like the expectation they have of you is based on how much love they
yeah.
have for
Yeah.
you. So
Yeah,
it's-
that's true.
Yeah, you know what I mean. The providing, you know,
Right.
it's like you
Yeah.
know,
They would worry about
they
you,
would do
but because they
you know,
they love-
so
yeah,
they would
they're
do
concerned.
everything they could.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
think the worrying the worrying thing it's kind of like their way of showing love too. Like sometimes you want them not to, but even at at the age that I am now, I think that my mom still worries sick about me. Like literally, like
And it would never stop.
it's
feel
just
like,
I don't
yeah.
think it can.
My mom would want to like try to plan my stuff, and I'm like, you have no idea. Like,
But it's
no,
so
I'm not
annoying.
even gonna
But
let you do that.
I mean, I know that it comes from a place of love,
Right,
and
right.
like my parents. My dad says I love you. My mom is like still working on herself, but she does show it in like
Right.
actions and
Actions,
stuff.
yeah.
But I get it, but I'm just like, okay, this is annoying. Like I'm an adult. I know.
To me, though,
what
I
to
don't
do.
even
Don't be so
want, I
concerned.
want them to be themselves. Like I understand
Yeah.
the way they showed love, so I don't even want them to.
And I feel
say
like
love you,
sometimes
'cause
it
I know they're showing.
Yes.
Affection.
Yes.
You know,
in
it's
the way
action.
that
In their
It's
ways.
the action that matters at the end of the day. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, they show
and I
it
feel
the
like
way they know, the best way that they can.
Right.
the best way that they
Even
can.
though, like, honestly speaking, I would want them to actually unlearn some of their, past behaviors. But, as an adult now, I come to understand that this is what they know. Like, I will give an example. My sisters and I, we always tell my mom, you need to rest. Like, you need to rest. One day she just said, this is what I know. Like, I was conditioned to always work, not to rest. So I don't know how to just not do anything. But we have to tell her, like, sometimes I would have to tell her, no, you don't have to do it. You're doing it because you want to. So, you know, I would love for them to unlearn these things. But I mean, who are we kidding? It's tough to unlearn the things that you've, learned for years and years. My mom is already, going to her 60s. So obviously, like, for almost 60 years, this is what she knows. So it's not going to be that easy.
Well, I'll say this, though. They've done an amazing job.
Yes, they have. I mean,
with you all. I mean, look at you.
Right.
Look at you.
Right.
But yeah, so, and I would also add one last thing that, and this might be a whole nother conversation, but I feel as though our parents, their happiness sometimes depends on us. Like, it's almost like
It's a pressure.
they can't be happy about what they have achieved in their lives. Like, regarding, okay, you have, I don't know, 4 kids now, and you brought your kids to the US, and you have a good job, and you have great benefits, and you have great friends. You've achieved in some ways the goals that you set for yourself coming here. But I think that what their kids, depending on where their kids are in life, that either impacts how they feel, or it affects how they feel and like their happiness, but I'm trying to like kind of steer them away from, like, I'm living my life and I am enjoying myself. Like, whatever your plans and your goals are for me shouldn't dictate how you feel, all the time.
Because they came from a different social construct than
speak on it,
we
girl.
grew up with. So it's like, for an African parent, success is not only education. Success is not only a job or money.
Speak on it.
Right.
Speak on it.
Marriage.
Speak on it.
Right.
It's not only
children,
marriage, and it's also
children.
having children.
Yes.
Right.
And it's not only one child.
Yes.
It's
Right.
having
A
several
few.
child.
multiple.
So
Yes.
it's like, they also, they're
So
always
to them, it's
gonna-
like, we're not there yet.
right.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're always gonna reflect.
Want more.
They're gonna project that
Right.
to
But like,
us.
I think for my parents, right, they have the African side or mentality, but they also have a different side of them, right? Like, for example, for my parents, like, they're building houses back home, both of them, right? And my mom, like, I see how proud she is of what she has accomplished. And so often, and what I do sometimes when she will send me pictures, send me videos, I will, oh my goodness, this is actually emotional. But anyways, I will always tell her, like, oh my God, you've done a great job. Like, you did a great job. Like, because I've seen how hard she's worked, right? I've seen where she's come from and where she is now. She has done very well, and that's what also sometimes I have to tell her, like, you need to rest. Like, you need to give yourself some break. You've done good, and she's proud. She's very proud of what she's done. Even though, like, it might not be such a big deal, like, oh, it's just a house, but to her is something that she had to work for her to get to where she is at the moment. So,
And we're proud of her. What's your mom's name again?
oh, Bridget.
Wait, shout out to Bridget. Bridget. Shout out to GT. All right.
so-
Oh wow. So we've literally gone all around talking about everything,
right.
from relationships to our parents and all of the things. We want to hear from you, so make sure to drop some comments, put in your flags, let us know what you think about our episode. You can find us on Instagram, Gist and Ginger. Don't forget to follow us here on YouTube. Hit the notification button to see more spicy, gingery episodes. And follow us on YouTube as well. Did I say that already? I think I did. Okay, well then follow us on YouTube. Bye.